Welcome to episode 2 of Vintage Valley. I'm Foxy Marmot, and in today's episode, we're going to be advancing up to Copper Age. Now, this is an ambitious task considering we have basically no copper whatsoever, so here's my plan. During the day, let's explore and search for copper on the ground. This is awesome because we'll also be scoping out the land for our permanent base. Then at night, I'll just do some chill panning to see how much copper we can get the lazy way and see what other goodies we can find along the way. But let's not waste any time today and hop right into the exploration. So at the end of last episode, we finally got our pit kilns going, which means that we have a cooking pot and bowls actually firing there, which means that we're gonna be able to start extracting a lot more nutrients from our food. Ooh, there's resin in this tree. Let's go ahead and mark that down. But my point of saying this is that we spent a lot of last episode looking for food and eating it raw, which means we can't extract many nutrients from it. Today, let's go ahead and find a bit more food and we'll be able to cook it, probably get more nutrients and make it go further. So let's do that and just enjoy checking out the area. Like, let's go over there. Let's check this view out. I bet this is beautiful. Ooh, oh my, this is a great ridge to kind of just perch on and check out the area. We have Jasper over there to our left and over there. Wow, look at those mountain, I don't know, spires? I don't know what you would call them. But there's so much room to build a large farm. You have the mountains just adding the texture to this area. And then look off there. Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. But let's keep moving on. I mean, honestly, it really wouldn't be too bad of a place. This is pretty centralized. We have spawn right here. Jasper is over there to our left, so he's pretty close. I don't know, we'll have to think about it. Look at all of the raccoons. They're so cute. I don't want to hunt them though. Let's look over here. Ooh, and we have some berries right down here. Score. Okay, let's go around this way. I've been really enjoying and finding it really beneficial to just run around Jasper's area because we keep finding stuff like this grain here. That does look like it's flaxseed, but either way, a little bit of food is great. Having some flax is great. And this area we're in is just so bountiful with that, even if we're just primarily getting seeds. But I do remember up here in this forest is where we found those mushrooms before. So let's see if there's any that we missed or any that have potentially grown in the last couple days. And yes, we have some witches' hats and some purple mushrooms, more. Okay, let's go. We got a little bit out of there, but let's get over here, head out more this direction. We did find berries over here last time. So maybe there's some more stuff kind of hidden, or ooh, check these out. Oh, that's cool. I definitely don't want to go down there without a light. And oh my, okay, there's a fox down there with them, but no, that is a hard pass for me today. We are not doing that. But let's see what's over this ridge here. Ooh, oh, there's a horse. Nice. But it does look like there's a good forest area out here. This could be nice. We could find some animals. We could find some more fruits. And mushrooms. So this is great to check out. Ooh, and we have berries right off the bat. Let's harvest these. Is there a portal right here? I guess we do have some rift activity. Yeah, there we go. There's our portal. Okay, let's get far away from that. Let's head to this forest, see what we have going on over here. Oh, and there's more grain right here. I am loving how flat and not crowded this forest is. I think this could be maybe a potential base spot. Let's go ahead and add it to our map. I say down the road when we get to the episode where we're looking for our final base, we'll scout out around all of this area. We'll check this all out. It looks pretty flat. We have forest, so a good amount of wood. And look, there's a fruit tree right here. What kind of tree is this? And it's a pink apple tree. Let's add it to our map. I would love to grab some cuttings, but I don't really know where we would put it. So maybe let's wait until our permanent base. Ooh, there was a boar there, and is that a wolf? Is that a wolf I'm seeing over there? I guess they could spawn here. Ooh, where did it go? I just lost it. Is it coming? Like, is it running around the water? Did it get up? No, there it is. Okay, let's go check it out. Let's get a little bit closer over here. Oh, it's 2 deer. Oh gosh, that's fun. I think we should actually go ahead and mark this as a great hunting space as well, because we saw the 2 deer, there's a boar. This is just a very bountiful forest for us. All right, let's see what else we can find. Ooh, there's a bunch of bushes. What is that sound I'm hearing? Are those bees? We just found bees. This is crazy. I'm so excited. I've actually never had a bee farm. Let's mark it on the map. I don't want to grab these right now because I don't know where to put them, but I think we're definitely going to have a bee farm now. I mean, we kind of had to before, but now for sure we actually have them. We don't have to spend time hunting for them. So we'll come back shortly. We'll come back this year for sure to get these guys. All right, we're still exploring. Ooh, oh my gosh, look at that, France. Oh, he's so precious. Go ahead. Let's keep looking through here. Maybe we can see if we can find more bees. We'll grab some sticks because we always need more sticks and just kind of poke our nose out here. It looks like it thins out over here. And ooh, there's more horses. Oh, I love it. And berries. Food. Yes. And we have some red wine mushrooms. Oh, our food problems are over. They're over. And those are donkeys. Those are not horses at all. Okay, let's keep gathering these. Oh, okay, that's a wolf. I think we're done. The sun is setting. There's a wolf there. Let's grab this little bit of food just because it's like right in our face. But let's get out of here now. I don't want to be chased by a wolf. I don't want to have to heal from that. And we have more mushrooms in the street. Like we can see that there's so many reasons to come back here, but we don't need to right now. So let's take our winnings. I'm gonna look at how many berries we got and how many mushrooms we got. So we're just gonna head home. Hi, Jasper. And bye, Jasper. And we're home. We made it. The great hunter has made it. I think we need to go chop down some trees so we have some fire for the evening. I also want to go ahead and expand this out so we can do some panning tonight. Panning is a great way to just find some copper. You just take a little bit of gravel or a little bit of sand in a panning tray thing, and you use it to kind of sift through it. For now, let's go get some wood because we're going to be stuck inside panning all night long, and I don't want to be stuck in the dark. Let's start expanding this out now before it gets too dark. The only thing I'm really focusing on for this build, this little expansion here, is just keeping that little pocket of water in here. And we're done. We made our little ugly house even uglier. Let's go grab some sand so that we can actually do the panning. And perfect. Now we have the sand for our panning. At least I think that should be enough to last us throughout the night. If not, we can leave maybe a little bit early. But let's get a light in here so we're not stuck in the dark while we're doing this. And then let's actually look up how to make this pan because I can't remember how to do that. Not panda. Okay. There we go. There, wooden pan. And we don't have either of those, do we? We don't even have a knife. Let's make this knife real quick. And now let's go collect that log. And I forgot my axe. Let's grab that. And we're back. Okay. Now it did mention a specific type of wood, but it was kind of just cycling through them. So really any type of wood works. Now let's actually make this panning tool, wooden pan. If I can remember the correct configuration for this. We don't need the clip. There we go. Okay. And there we go. We got our pan. So all we do for this is we have to hop in the water. We put the gravel or the sand up here, and then we just pick it up and we cycle through it and see if we got anything. Let's clear inventory because if we do, or at least move everything into our bags, then we'll be able to see everything populate in the bar first. Now the problem with panning is that it can just take absolutely forever. But I mean, if we're doing nothing else at night, why not? And just one block of sand later, we already have a piece of copper. So not great, but not too bad. Let's see what we can get throughout the night. And that was our last pan. So we got quite a few earnings from that, but let's grab a snack so you don't hear the dying clarinet noise, and then we'll look through what we got from this. And since it's morning, let's poke our nose out. We see that the pit kilns are still going. We've killed plenty of time, but not enough for those to wrap up. And I don't see any monsters out here, so I think we're safe to kind of go through this here. Okay, we actually got quite a few things here. So one of the things right here is sphalerite. So this is actually zinc. This we can use to make bismuth bronze. So we combine the zinc with bismuth, which we do have to go find and mine. But I mean, that takes us up to Bronze Age. So it's copper, bronze, and so on. So that's a good win. And then we have copper here. We got 15 pieces of copper, which I'm so excited for. Oh, wait, we actually have more here. Let's just grab this on the sly and come back over here. So we now have 18 pieces of copper. We need 40. So we still have a ways to go. So today we're gonna run around and try to find a lot more of it. We might have enough. I mean, if we get pretty lucky, we might have enough to actually start smithing tonight. And then going through the rest of this, we have copper heads, we have quartz. That's great. We can use that to make windows. We have some gold, metal scraps, and rusty gear. This is awesome because this is what we use as currency to trade with Jasper. So let's see what Jasper has now that we have, I mean, we only have one rusty gear. We're probably not gonna be able to buy anything, but I'm just curious, how much more would we need in order to actually get anything? Let's see. Okay, so he does have these copper strips and linen and beeswax. All of this is useful, but way out of our price range. And then if we look, what did we see? We had bismuth here as well. This is great. That's actually what we combine with the zinc in order to get to bronze. So if we were a little bit richer, we could get there. However, we're poor. Thank you, Jasper. That's all for today because I'm broke. But down the road, we will have enough to buy from him, which is pretty exciting. Let's put this all down here. I don't want this in inventory. We have like no space. It's not gonna go anywhere there. And our kiln is done. So we have our storage vessel. We probably could have put that stuff right in it. We have our bowls. Let's just go make food right now. Let's get this started. This is gonna give us so much nutrition. I forget how you place these bowls down. There we go. And let's get this going. We need to get this fire started again. Thankfully, it was still warm, so it lit right away. And then putting food in here is kind of complicated, honestly, but you basically just need even portions. So if you put 3 grain, and then 3 mushrooms and 3 mushrooms, and we'll get porridge. Now, this does take a while to cook, and these berries are going to expire a lot faster than that porridge will. So maybe we'll just eat the porridge when we get home. But for now, let's clean up our inventory a little bit and get ready for our big trip. There is one other thing I would like to do before we get started going on our trip, and that is to get these pit kilns started again. We have our most important stuff completely done, but in order to really use that copper to the best of like our ability, we need to fire this anvil and those molds. That way, when we're actually ready and we have the copper, we don't have to wait for it anymore. So let's get these going. We need the grass, and then we need sticks and wood, and we'll clean out this area a little bit too. And oh no, I completely forgot something. We have the copper pickaxe mold and the hammer mold, but in order to actually fill those molds, we need a crucible. So we need to make this real quick. Thankfully, I remembered it now. I'm so happy we remember this at this point. And thankfully, it's pretty cheap to make. So boom, we're already getting that started. We do need more grass though. We always need more grass. And there's the last little bit of wood, and thankfully we have a little bit extra. So let's just start piling this up over here. Okay, I need fire. Again. Okay, but let's have our first meal. We'll grab our bowl, and then we have 3 portions in here. So it didn't heal us very much or feed us very much, but it was something, and that'll keep us full for longer. Just what we need for this trip. Okay, now let's go look for copper. It's only 9 a.m., so we have plenty of day left. And honestly, I'm trying to figure out which direction to go, but we found the copper on kind of this side of our house, and there's a lot of gravel and sand over here. So I'm kind of leaning towards going this direction. That kind of territory is the easiest to spot it in. Wait a second. This is where we spawned in. This is clay. We had clay right behind us, right where we spawned in. I mean, we have found clay. It's not even like a couple hundred blocks away. That's where our base is. I guess this area is just rich in clay. Okay, I'll move on. I'll move on from it. There's quite a bit though, and I've struggled to find clay in so many other games. Getting back to the task at hand though, we are finding quite a bit of food along the way, and there's a goat. Oh, I love it. It's a baby goat. Let's add it to the map. I want to find it for our farm later. I mean, we might be far away from here, but either way, it's good to know that there's goats right here. Maybe if we're starving in winter. Okay, now I'm kind of a monster. Let's just go back to berry hunting. Now I will say it is so diverse and beautiful out here. I'm loving the gravel with the green. And we have Pete's. And there's a little guy. He's not going to attack us, is he? All right, let's mark this Pete here so we can find it later. And then let's head over this way. It does look like there might be more gravel area. Oh, there's a baby. Oh, he's so cute. I want to take you. We're gonna have so many of these on the farm. Back towards the gravel area, the flat area. Nice. Okay, so I'm just looking for copper along here. It's the easiest spot. And there's a trader out there. Let's go check him out. Let's see what he has. This trader's quite far away, but it's good to have. Wait a second, is that copper? We've just been looking for that everywhere, and you had it right here. This is awesome. You're our new best friend. Okay, no, Jasper's still our best friend, but what is your name? Yaskolo. Okay, nice to meet you. What do you sell? Agricultural stuff. Oh my gosh, we are gonna be like second best friends. You have so much stuff we're gonna need. Honey, parsnips, everything, more seeds. Ooh, we don't have any cabbage. This is awesome. I am so excited for this, but he only buys Bismuth stuff. So we probably need to find a way to make money first, but let's mark him on the map. And we can see he's pretty far away from our base. That's not too bad. That's like a day trip or like an hour trip in game. It's not bad, but you have so much copper here. Let's mark this on the map too. And then, oh, we can't pick that up. I was kind of worried about that, but thankfully we can get all of these. Let's see if there's any more around here. I mean, gravel areas are great for having it. We just got so much of it. So let's keep poking around. Wait a second. Is that more right here? I'm wondering if this is the same vein. Probably not, because they are pretty far apart, but okay. We marked it. Oh my gosh, there's more up here. I think we have enough now. I think that just gave us enough to make our pickaxe and our hammer. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. That's what we're doing tonight. We are going to be making our first pickaxe and our hammer. Let's head on out and keep an eye out for more copper on our way. Ooh, check out this view though. Oh, that sandstone is so beautiful. I love it. I don't want to sped up base here because it's too dry, but it's so pretty. Let's just appreciate it all. Ooh, quartz. Nice. Let's add that. And oh my, look at this. It's not a river, but it's kind of like it. That's really cool, actually. I like the little drop off there. Shows you how high up we are. Oh, and there's more copper over here. Nice. Let's also add that. We're gonna have so much when we have our pickaxe and can come back for all of this, which will probably be tomorrow now. All right, we are heading back, but there is a bear in our way, so let's take the long way around. Oh my, this is that mountain we saw earlier. That is so beautiful. I absolutely love the red trees up there, the orange trees, I should say. Let's go check out this trader though, get a little bit closer to this. Bummer there's no copper right beneath them, but who are you, buddy? Robert! Nice, and you sell furniture. So not really beneficial now, but that is exciting for the future. And you take glass, so that might be easier to trade in the future. Let's add you to the map and let's start including their names there. I like having all their names because there's really no other life in this game, so might as well. And I want to head home now. It's starting to get dark. We have a long ways to go. We got to go through this little forest area. Oh, there's a raccoon right here. Oh, I think that wolf that was right above it is what killed it. We're getting out of here. It's definitely time. Sweet. We are almost home. What is that? That's not flint. Oh my gosh, that's meteoric iron. All right, let's add that to the map. And then, wait, that's white. What is this? Suvite stone? I don't know what this is, but let's also add it. Definitely not something we need right now. Okay, let's get out of here. Does look like our pit kiln's still going. That does have the crucible, so we are kind of stuck waiting on that. I want to grab all this copper we have laying around on the ground though, so that when we do look at it, we'll have it all in our inventory on one place. But let's start cooking some food. We have a little bit left over from before, but we picked up some stuff along the way. And we have all of this grain just sitting on the floor, which is totally unhygienic. Let's not do that anymore. We'll make another stew. We'll make it with some of those turnips we found, and I won't put the grain back on the ground, I promise. But we have done it. We have found 48 pieces of copper. We needed 40 just to make our pickaxe and our hammer. So we are more than ahead. We're more than ready to make those. We just need to wait for our crucible to go. But once we have those, we're gonna be able to go up to these places we found today and get the copper, mine out the copper from like underneath the villager and stuff. And at that point, we'll be able to make our anvil. We'll have more than enough, and we'll be able to make our saw blade. With that, we are finally going to be able to upgrade our dirt house. This ugly dirt house. Now, don't get me wrong, it's done well by us, but it is time to progress. Know that we're going to have a big farm. We're going to have a big permanent spot, but having a nice little hut here will be good if we ever die and end up back at spawn. So why not? And while we're at it today, I think a good idea would be to turn this into a garden. Having this at least started now as we're starting again in summer is probably a great idea. And this is a perfect spot for it. And since we're killing time, let's get started with it now. For this, we'll need to make our very first hoe. And then I think we need to dig up all of this low fertility soil. It's not good for making a garden in, but it is actually getting pretty dark. So let's head to bed for the night. We'll pick up working on that garden again in the morning. Maybe our stuff will actually be done by then. Okay. Let's grab a quick snack, and then I think we can actually check our pit kilns. Let's see if they're done. Ooh, okay, they're done. That's great. So we don't need the anvil or these just yet. All we're gonna need is our hammer and our pickaxe mold, and then our crucible. We are ready to make some copper. Okay, let's get started with this. And great. Okay. I messed up. I guess we don't need this in here. Let's put this out here. What do we do now? Okay. Well, I completely forgot that we need charcoal in order to melt this copper. The wood just will not get the fire hot enough, so it can't do it on its own. So let's get started with making a charcoal pit. In order to make charcoal, we're gonna need wood, like an obnoxious amount of wood. I wanna make kind of a smaller pit. We don't wanna make just the minimum amount because then we won't have enough ever. But let's just start chopping down as many trees as we can. And hey, look, there's more clay. And just because we're frustrated about the copper doesn't mean we can't explore other things like this pear tree. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. And what? Oh my gosh, this is so deep. But can you see that there's sandstone down there? So that's a far ways away, you know, if we want to dig to get that. So we'll leave it. Let's just mark this pear tree and move on. And this looks like a good enough place as any for some charcoal, for a charcoal pit. So we're gonna have to dig this about 3 deep, and then we're gonna stack the firewood 64 pieces tall, so 2 stacks tall. And we're definitely not gonna have enough firewood for this. So back to the woods. And we're getting a little bit further out here. It does look pretty out here. I like this. Let's see what's over this ridge. Ooh, we have more mushrooms. This is good to know. And ooh, there's something moving up there. Oh, I think that's a bear. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, we gotta go. No, we're out. We're done. We're done. Maybe we have enough wood. I've definitely messed up here. We just have to get a little far away. He'll stop chasing us eventually, right? Are you done, buddy? Are we safe? I don't want to stop. There he is. Okay, we're good. We're good. Let's get a better view of him. It's good to know that there's bears here. We could get a bear pelt. Oh, is he going after that chicken? Nope. That's us. He's coming after us again. That was stupid. That's my bad. That's definitely my bad. Let's see if we can lose him over here. Wait, was that copper? That was copper. Oh my gosh. Okay. He's not chasing us. I don't see him. And we might end up in the same situation we were in. But let's quickly add this. Let's log this and I don't know. Let's pick it up. It seems like it's safe enough. He's not right there. And I'm going to mark it just so we know where I pulled that up from. We can't turn away any copper at this point. We're copper poor. All right, I'm going to check around, see if we have any more around here. I'm not seeing any more, but we are still short on wood, and we're right next to the forest. So let's grab just a little bit more up here. Okay, I think that should be enough. Let's head on back. All right, there's where our bear is. He's going right towards Jasper. I'm sorry, Jasper. That was definitely my fault. That's my bad. All right, let's scoot around him. We'll go the long way around. I just hope that second bear isn't over here now too. Maybe we created a little bit more trouble. We're supposed to just be making a charcoal pit, but I don't see anyone. There was clay right there again. So let's just head on home. And things are looking rough out here. It's high rift activity. There's a rift right directly near our base. Let's cut through here. And back to making our charcoal pits. And that was the last one. Now we need to make a little fire right on top, right in the center. So we just need a little bit of grass and stick some firewood. And I'm gonna put a bunch of packed dirt around this. I know I could have made it a little bit taller, but this is my preference. And I put that little head there just to keep the rain out. And of course, we don't have our torch. Let's grab a bite to eat. I don't know why. Maybe we should have just, lit our fire first, but let's go out there now. This is going to take a while. It doesn't take as long as the pit kilns, I think. I could be wrong on that, but we do need to seal it as soon as we start the fire. So we're going to start it, and then we get 30 in-game minutes to seal it. So I'm just going to get it as fast as possible. Perfect. Trust the process. We're just going to trust that that is working and leave it for now. In the meantime, let's grab some clay. I do want to make some more storage vessels down the road. And check out how that is smoking. That means it is going right. If we stand close to it, I don't hear any crackles. So there's no fire going on underneath there. We should be making charcoal right now. This always makes me super nervous, but You know, if it does fail, that's only, 30 minutes of gameplay. Then for our garden, let's go ahead and grab some medium quality soil. I don't want to use the low quality in our garden, and this is the best we can find. And let's do a little parkour. Can we make it? Yep, we made that one. Okay, there's a rift right there. You know what? Do you want to see what it looks like when we go into the rift? Let's do it. Let's just step right in here. Watch our wheel on the bottom. Wow, that is just dropping like crazy. If we stayed in there, we would start to take damage. Monsters would start to spawn. It just wouldn't be a good time. And you can see as we move away from it, our wheel is starting to recover. So let's just stay away from those. As we start to get further in the game and have to go down into scary places, we'll have to deal with something like temporal stability. But for now, no. Right now, we're just gonna do the cozy thing and work on our garden. I say trust the process with this one. You know, it is getting pretty dark out here. Oh, there is a drifter. Yeah. Oh my, no. We are heading in for the night. I'm not dealing with that. We could probably handle him, but he would do so much damage. And then there's drifters. That's just not a good recipe. We're hiding out in here. So let's just grab a little snack. I definitely have been leaning towards eating when I'm stressed. So this definitely, makes sense. And I think because it's high rift activity, there's monsters at the door. Let's just sleep throughout the night. That just makes the most sense. Let's see if we can sleep through all of this stress. Oh, and there he is. Okay, it's not late enough. It's not daytime. Let's just make our clay, our storage vessels. Let's do that for a little bit. And done. Okay, perfect. Let's go see if there's anything. No, there's a boat turn. Go back inside. We're gonna wait for the arrow and charge. Okay, so he's running away. Let's get him. I hope there's nothing else out here. We got some stabs in. That actually hurts. We need some armor. Let's just see anything else out here. I'm not seeing anything. Kind of surprising considering how busy it was last night, but oh, our bear just went over there. Okay, where is he? There he is. And we got an arrow. Useless for us now. Seeing the garden in the light of day, I'm trying to not make it a box, but this looks kind of bad. I think we're gonna have to change this a little bit. We'll come back to that. Oh, and that arrow was pretty close. Not bad aim, guy. I'm still lost in the end, though. And we'll check on the charcoal pit, and it's still going. Darn. Okay. Probably not too much longer, though. For now, let's get back to cleaning my mess. Now, I am going to fill all this in with solid water. We're not going to have this little river running into here, but we have so much rain right now, I'm not too worried about it. And just 3 more. And our garden is now complete. Let's plant this tree out here. I had to dig him up. You know what? Wait, that actually said, oh, it said 2 weeks till it's fully grown. That's really nice. I like having that little notification. And I know this is a square, but it looks a lot better than it was aiming to look. I did miss a spot, so let's dig that up. And let's grab our seeds. It is May, so it's gonna start getting hot very, very soon. But let's grab, I think we do need to clear up some inventory right here. But I think we'll start with some flax. I don't want to plant too many, but I think 8 is good. We'll plant some turnips, some carrot. I want a variety of these. I'm pretty much gonna grab everything and we'll just kind of see where it falls. We're gonna have our big garden later, so we'll add some of this as well. And let's put these down. Alright, we'll put the flax right here. We have 8 of them, and I think maybe I should have grabbed 1 extra. Oh well, Alright, let's put turnips right along here. Let's make this whole wall of turnips. Carrots. And we'll plant the onion right here. And I didn't count right. Okay, we'll put a turnip here. And we have a few more seeds we could possibly grab. Let's grab some spelt, get some grain going. Grab some rye. You know, that might actually perfectly fill in the rest of the stuff. So let's put this here, rye, and the rest of the spelts. Okay. No, we do have a little bit extra. That's good. I don't want to use all of our seeds, so this is looking really nice. I'm really excited for it. Let's put these seeds away. And voila, we have done our first little project, our first little gardening project, and I love it so much. I still want to put a fence around this, but we'll wait until we have the rest of our house built. Let's not worry too much about that. And like I said earlier, we'll go ahead and we'll fill all of this area in with solid water. It's not going to be constantly going like that. That water will keep it at about 75% hydration. So we won't have to worry so much about bringing like a watering can and watering it. But it'll look so good when we have our house complete. Oh, time to check on our charcoal pit. And look, it's done. There's no more smoke coming out of it. So we can start to dig this up. I don't have a shovel though. So let's just, I'm gonna dig it out with my hands. And look, oh, it's done. This is great. This is perfect. Now we can get started on our copper. Let's get that shovel first though. No, I can't get the rock on the pile. Okay, there we go. So we can start actually putting some firewood on here. Where is our crucible? We'll put that on there as well. And let's go grab that copper. We just need 40 pieces of it. Let's just grab it all for now. We'll put back whatever we don't use. Okay, so that only gave us part of it. We just need a little bit more. We need to get up to 200 units of copper. That's because each of these, both the hammer and the pickaxe mold, will each require 100 units themselves. So total for 200 units. Now, the wood is going to heat this up to 700 degrees, but it needs to be a lot hotter, and that's why we need our charcoal. And there's rifts out here. It is high rift activity. I feel like I hear something right near our base, though, but I don't see anything. So let's dig up this charcoal right now. We are going to get a couple of pieces. It doesn't hurt to have some extra. Do we leave something down there, though? No, we're good. All right, time to get this going. Wait, was there something behind me? No. Okay, we're good. We're good. Let's get the charcoal on here. And then we are missing one other thing. It's not a showstopper, but we need tongs. We can't pick up the crucible without these. And we need, I usually use cattails for this. So let's go grab some of these cattails. My knife broke though, so we're gonna do this by hand. Just completely destroy it. I'm usually very against that, but there's so many cattails, I'm okay with it. So let's make these tongs now. And ta-da! We have our wooden tongs. I hate having them in my offhand because they're just so bulky, but we need them to hold this crucible, which is now done. We have one extra piece of charcoal, which is nice, and now we can pour our pickaxe and our hammer. We have accomplished our goal for today. We are going to wait for them to cool down before we can really say it. We have to have that pickaxe in our hands. So for now, let's go dig up that copper that's right next to our base. Copper can come in many different qualities, so poor quality, high quality, etc. And I'm curious to see what we have right next to us. Okay, it looks like it is poor quality. That's okay. I'm just happy that we have copper right next to us. Any bit is pretty cool. I want to head over to our pit kilns, but it looks like there's a portal. Is there anything out here? I don't see anything. Okay, great. Let's pull these out. Okay, and now that we have copper, I want to go back over to Yaxolo, the other trader, where we had all that copper, and get enough to fill this. This requires 900 units of copper. If we had to gather it like we did for the other stuff, that would take absolutely forever, and that low quality that we had in that pit isn't going to be enough. So we'll have to do a little adventure. That'll be for episode 3. And for now, let's get these storage vessels started. We'll obviously need more grass and more sticks and everything, so let's do this. And I have a little bit extra grass left over. Let's turn this into a bale. Wait, I can take these bales and break them back apart, right? Yes. Okay, great. Let's put that over here so it's easy for us to grab in the future. And then let's go grab more sticks. I completely failed that jump. That was horrible. That wasn't even an attempt. Okay, let's try this one. Nope. I'm just ashamed now. Okay. Thankfully, we already have the logs for this. It's at least one thing we could say we were kind of successful at here. But, oh gosh. Okay, well, I don't have the light. I don't have a fire. And these are cooled down enough to grab. Oh, yes. Okay, wait. Let's go start that first, and then we will show off our new pickaxe. Okay. And done. Okay. Let's head back over here for the big reveal. And we'll take this copper pickaxe, and we'll take this little copper hammer. Thank you very much. And we've done it. After hours of wandering, searching for copper, and making charcoal, we finally have our pickaxe. We are officially in Copper Age. And well, that wraps it up for this episode. So keep posted for the next one, where we'll go dig up all of that copper that we found, tear down our little dirt hut, and build a beautiful cabin in its place. Thank you for joining me on my shenanigans today. Bye!